and the jingle bells could be heard for miles. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale Matchbox 1955 Ford F-100 panel delivery van. It's the last video of 2024, and I've chosen this car as my entry for the Four Horsemen Christmas Invitational. I'll do this one up in a livery that reminds me of my childhood Christmases. My colleagues at the Four Horsemen are Paul from Diecast Graveyard, Tom from Spork Syndicate, and Skip from Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop, and this month's Guest Horseman is Beard Does Diecast. The 2025 calendar is out, and looking ahead to January, the theme is Autobahn, and you can do any German make or model car. I hope you'll join us. The panel delivery van is a pretty simple Matchbox casting with the regular parts that you would expect. This one comes with a sleeping puppy and a box of potatoes. They might be apples. Christmas bonus. These are the original Matchbox wheels. I think I'm just going to hang on to them and reuse them today. There's a plastic chassis that needs to get stripped, and everything's going to get a brand new seasonal look to it. I do remember these well from my childhood. The paint stripper is going to erase any evidence of the farmer's market livery. Is there anything more satisfying than chestnuts roasting on an open fire? Oh yes, watching a time-lapse video of paint blistering. I know you love that. Me too. The last bare metal detail work of the year involves a going over with this tightly wound wire and an abrasive brush attachment on my rotary tool. Looking good. This video was made in Switzerland, but as you're watching on the last day of the year, we have enjoyed a beautiful Christmas in Vienna, Austria, and we're ringing in the new year in Turkey. I hope you've had a wonderful holiday season too. 2025 is going to kick off with an interesting mashup of a Dodge pickup and a supervan. You'll see my newest Fury Road creation, and as aforementioned, the January Four Horsemen theme is the Autobahn. According to my wiki research, the second generation of the Ford F-Series is a series of trucks that was produced from 1953 to 1956. Marketed as the Triple Economy Series, it was a comprehensive array of vehicles, ranging from light-duty pickup trucks to heavy-duty commercial vehicles. This generation saw a revision to the F-Series model nomenclature, shifting from a one-digit model number to three-digit numbers, F-100 to F-350. This system has remained in use on all Ford F-Series trucks to the present day. Alongside the naming change, this generation marks several firsts for the F-Series, including an adjustable seat, wide enough for 3 people, power brakes, and the introduction of the Ford-O-Matic automatic transmission. Today's community shoutout goes to the YouTube channel Old Line Models. If you like this old-style panel van, then you'll be interested in checking this one out for yourself. Just follow the link that I left in the description for you. If you want to dechrome a plastic chassis and you're outside of the States and don't have access to something like Super Clean, I can recommend just the household oven cleaner or barbecue cleaner like I use. It does the same job and it's super cheap. Spray both sides, I close it up just to keep the fumes inside, and in about 20 minutes, with a little rinse off, you'll see the chrome is gone and I'm down to, in this case, black colored plastic. Easy. As you don't even get to see the back of the panel van interior, I'm just going to fix up the front bench seat, dash, and steering wheel with some flat black paint. The Coca Cola Company began its Christmas advertising in the 1920s with shopping-related ads in magazines like the Saturday Evening Post. In 1930, artist Fred Misen painted a department store Santa in a crowd drinking a bottle of Coke. In 1931, Coca-Cola commissioned Michigan-born illustrator Haddon Sundblom to develop advertising images using Santa Claus. Sundblom created the now familiar character of a warm, friendly, pleasantly plump Santa. And even though it's often said that Santa wears a red coat because red is the color of Coca-Cola, Santa appeared in a red coat before Sundblom painted him. This tremendously successful marketing theme debuted in 1931 in Coke ads in the Saturday Evening Post, as well as in Ladies' Home Journal, National Geographic, The New Yorker, and other prominent magazines of the day. Sundblom created his final version of Santa Claus in 1964, but for several decades to follow, Coca-Cola advertising featured images of Santa based on Sundblom's original works. These paintings are some of the most prized pieces in the art collection in the company's archives department and have been on exhibit around the world in famous locales, including the Louvre in Paris, the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, the Isetan department store in Tokyo, and the NK department store in Stockholm. Many of the original paintings can be seen on display at World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia. People loved the Coca-Cola Santa images and paid such close attention to them that when anything changed, they sent letters to Coca-Cola. One year, Santa Claus appeared without a wedding ring, causing fans to write asking what happened to Mrs. Claus. And I just could not let this sleeping dog lie, so he gets a new brown fur coat. Hey, someone else had this idea before me, but without the snowflakes. Easy to put this one all back together now that it's been clear-coated and left overnight to cure properly. I never touched the glass. Didn't need to. There's the few touch-ups on the plastic interior. Potatoes are unchanged, though. And I went with Christmas green on the chassis and the bumpers and threw another snowflake down underneath. Original wheels, as promised. Let's drop all the pieces back in. First with the glass. Flip the interior upside down. I blacken out the wheel wells normally so that when you look at these from the side you don't notice a brown plastic interior. You just see the black void. A little click tells me that everything has snapped back together as it should. And I'll drop a couple screws in there. Finito. And it rolls just like a sleigh on the snow. Let's have a closer look. I gave it a beautiful new, high-gloss, bright red paint finish, some random snowflakes to go along with the Coca Cola signage, and jolly old Saint Nick himself enjoying a pause that refreshes on both doors. Well, it's been a really fun 2024 for me, and I sure hope you've enjoyed visiting my channel and checking out my hobby work here in Switzerland. I want to say thank you again. I sure do appreciate your patronage and all of the wonderful comments that you've left from places all around the world. That makes it very interesting for me. So I sign out from 2024 with my rendition of a Christmas vehicle in my childhood tradition. I look forward to watching all of the other videos from this invitational. Thanks to Beard Does Diecast for being our guest horseman. If you participated, remember to send us a glamour shot and use this hashtag in your upload if you have a social media presence. So from my house to yours, I'm wishing you again a very Merry Christmas and a most Happy New Year. God bless us, everyone. It's coffee time.